So Prince Harry and Meghan have been in Vancouver for the Invictus Games. However, Meghan has flown back to California yesterday, leaving Harry alone. She hasn't chosen to stay to support him the entire time.
Well, I think that um, probably the reason that she went back was to be with the children because when we have seen occasional clips of them with their children, they obviously take that very seriously. And she had been away for what, 4 or 5 days. So I would think that's the main reason why she's gone back. Secondly, of course, I think it's very important that Prince Harry should be concentrating on the participants of the Invictus Games and supporting them. And it's a much better look for the games to have him there on his own, rather than it being a sort of Meghan Markle show, which it has been to some extent at the beginning. So I think that's really what it's about.
And do you think it's telling the fact that the pair have been apart, so on Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year, they'll be apart. He chose to spend his birthday apart from her.
Some people take St. Valentine's Day very seriously and other people don't. Certainly, people take birthdays seriously very usually. But I think probably, to be fair to them, it's a priority of the children, really, that the reasons that she's gone back. And the fact that the Invictus Games happens to coincide with St. Valentine's Day is, I see, unfortunate. But I don't read anything into it particularly. But having said that, of course, um, in recent months, we have seen times when he has gone off to do things, the things for which he was particularly well trained on his own. And usually, in my view, they work better when he does that than when she is around. Because when we saw earlier in the week, I mean, she sort of took the whole thing over. It became the Meghan Markle show. It became a sort of like an Oscar speech. We were sort of asked to hold our breath because she was going to introduce somebody to us, and we all knew perfectly well who it was. And I think I personally, think that was a pity because I think the Invictus Games is a fantastic achievement, and it's a wonderful thing for the participants, and it should really be focused on the participants, and and then to some extent on Prince Harry as their instigator and patron, and not at all on Meghan Markle. The other thing that I've been saying a lot is that, that they are in this sort of celebrity world, and the celebrity world needs to always reinvent itself the whole time. And, I think that they've worked out that slagging off the royal family has not been particularly popular, certainly extremely unpopular over here. Um, as I say, he is good at mixing with the participants of Invictus Games. He's very good with children. He's very good on sort of what you might call sort of royal duties for which he's been trained. I mean, he really engages with them, and he looks very happy when he's doing it. She is much more, uh, you know. I suppose red carpet, the sort of Hollywood type appearances. And that's what we saw a little bit of at the beginning of the week, which I thought was rather unattractive. Um, but I don't know that it necessarily shows that there's anything particularly going wrong. I mean, there could be, but I don't necessarily see that, to be absolutely honest. On this occasion, I think it's much more. She'd be very criticised if she stayed the whole sort of 9 days away from her children because they would miss her, and young children need their mother around. So I think that's very important, actually.